What was that? Did you hear that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think it's taking control of me.
Yeah, Slack. That's it. Learn to let go.
I can't help myself.
Come over to the wild side.
La.
Use the voice, Slack.
La.
Use the voice.
La.
Use the voice.
La.
Oh yeah.
Major Slack has come back. He was gone, now he's back as the king of the pack. We don't need cheats, exploits, or cheap hacks. When you stick with the slack, you will not get whacked.
Now, Slack. Really let go. I want you to use the voice. Come over to the wilds. Come over to the wild side, Slack. Use the voice.
Now bark, like a wolf. Now bark, like a wolf. Be wild, like a wolf. Be wild.
Alright, that's enough of that. You feel better, Slack? Yes, I do. Okay, yeah. But yeah, my name is Major Slack. Thanks for coming back. Let's walk through some more Skyrim, and it's time for another Pure Race Challenge Run. What is a Pure Race Challenge Run? Let me just bring you up to speed in case you missed my Pure Khajiit Challenge Run. At the beginning of Skyrim, shortly after the opening cutscene, and you've just been like arrested with a whole bunch of Stormcloak rebels, and you're about to get your head chopped off. You get to choose your race. There are 10 different races in Skyrim: Argonian, Breton, Dark Elf, High Elf, Imperial, Khajiit, Nord, Orc, Redguard, and Wood Elf. After you choose your race, as some of you know, there's a little bit of a kerfuffle here in Helgen. A dragon appears. You get spared your life, you make a run through Helgen, and you finally end up in Helgen Keep. At this point, you finally get to look at your skill screen. So here we are in Helgen Keep. Let's just take a look at our skill screen, and here we go. You have 18 skills. Here they all are. You can level up and put perk points into any skill you like, but there are differences according to what race you chose. Here I chose an Imperial. Her working title is Isabel Victoria, and all skills, all 18 skills start out at level 15 except 6 race-specific skills, and they're different for every race. So for the Imperial, you have 1 primary skill and 5 secondary skills. The Imperial's primary skill is Restoration. This starts out at level 25, and the Imperial has 5 secondary or favorite skills, as the official game guide calls them, and those are Enchanting, Heavy Armor, Block, One-Handed, and Destruction. Alright, now a Pure Race Challenge Run is where you select a specific race, and then you only use the race-specific skills to make your way through Skyrim. So if we were going to do a Pure Imperial Challenge Run, which is exactly what we're going to do, we are going to make our way through Skyrim using only Restoration. Where's my list here? Restoration, Enchanting, Heavy Armor, One-Handed, Block, and Destruction. Alright, and all other skills we have to leave untouched. Now, in case you haven't grasped the ramifications of this, this means that a Pure Imperial Challenge Run must make his or her way through Skyrim with no smithing and no alchemy, which is huge. This is huge because those are 2 business models that are wiped out right there. Alright? We can't sell potions for money, and we can't make weapons for money. Okay, so that's wiped out right there. Plus, we can't put any perks into speech, so that means we can't get the merchant perk. That means we can't sell anything to any merchant. We have to sell weapons and armor only to blacksmiths. We have to sell potions and ingredients only to alchemists, and all other stuff we have to sell to general merchants, but then their gold supply is nerfed. They only have like a 750 gold supply. So that's another handicap that we're going to have to deal with. Now, with just Destruction and Enchanting alone, Okay, fortunately we have enchanting at our disposal. We have destruction, we have enchanting, and we have heavy armor. With just those 3 skills alone, plus a little bit of restoration, we could put together a pretty decent destruction mage. We could bring the spell cost destruction spells down to 0, and boom, that's it. We wouldn't even need one-handed or block. But then that wouldn't really be a complete pure Imperial. We don't want to do that. We don't want to leave block and one-handed unused. All right. Conversely, we could put together a half decent sword and board build, being like one-handed weapon and a shield, and just like leave destruction by the wayside, just not use that. But our one-handed damage is going to be fairly substandard without alchemy and without smithing, especially without smithing. Okay, so there's only so high damage we can get out of a weapon without smithing. Okay, so that's how too. What we really want to do is use all the skills. And this, in Imperial, this is actually better than a Pure Khajiit run. In my Pure Khajiit run, we had what I would call a couple of junk skills, lockpicking and pickpocket. Whereas in Imperial, he or she has got a lot of useful skills. They're all useful. They're all useful in combat. So what we're going to do is we're going to put together a spell sword. And I've never done this before. I've never had a need to. This is the first time, like following these specific rules of engagement using only these 6 skills. Yeah, this is the most obvious choice to put together a spell sword.
What's a spell sword, Slack?
A spell sword is an armored mage that employs the use of weapons.
That's not a spell sword.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay, let's Google it. What is a spell sword in Skyrim? And drumroll please. A spell sword is an enemy in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, similar to the class in Oblivion, Morrowind, and in Daggerfall that bears the same name. These foes are armored mages who employ the use of weapons.
But Slack, a spell sword is supposed to have a spell in one hand and a weapon in the other.
Says who? What are you, the authentic spell sword police?
Just saying, if you really want to be a spell sword, you should have a spell in one hand and a weapon in the other.
Oh, for the love of Gordon Freeman. Okay, that's it, Pee-wee. You're off my Christmas card list.
What?
And it's too bad, too, because I had a special deal arranged with Santa to bring everybody on my Christmas card list a top-of-the-line gaming laptop.
What? Come on, Slack.
Now, are you going to cut out all this incessant nitpicking and stop stripping all the fun out of my quick and dirty way of playing Skyrim? Well, Pee-wee?
Fuck you, Slack.
Oh, you want to play it like that,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm gonna play it like that. And another thing, your character is not using a sword. She's using a mace.
Okay,
A spell
that's
sword is
enough out of
supposed to
you.
be
Turning your
using a
mic
sword.
off
And
now,
another
Pee-wee.
thing-
Ta-ta, and I'll see you in the funny papers. Okay, so you've seen a few glimpses of her. This is Helena Burnbash. This is my level 42 Pure Imperial. This build, this spell sword build, really only makes sense if you're going to be role-playing as a Pure Imperial. Otherwise, I can't think of any reason why you would want to create a spell sword. A Pure Destruction Mage is much better. Alright, so fair warning. Helena Burnbash, yeah, she can take anything that the game... pardon me. She could take anything that the game could throw at her. As you saw in the opening scene, she was manhandling a saber cat, a giant, and a dragon all at the same time. It was no problem. And that's pretty much the way it is with everything. She is a master at crowd control. The 4 things that she uses for crowd control are the impact perk. Okay, most destruction spells will stagger an opponent when dual cast. Shield charge, which you can get once you get block up to 100. This is a riot. Shield charge. Sprinting with a shield raised knocks down most targets. That's a riot. Number 3, she has Voice of the Emperor. That's the Imperial special power. Calms nearby people for 60 seconds. This will calm any human in Skyrim. Anyone. Doesn't matter how high level they are. And I'm going to show you how you can spam that later on. It's her total riot. And finally, she has restoration spells, which can put the fear of Dovahkiin in most Draugrs and undead. Okay, she has expert level, turn greater dead. She also has circle of protection. Okay, so those 4 things, between those 4 things, she can manhandle pretty much anything the game can throw at her. She can keep everything at bay. She's also got this beautiful symbiotic relation between her weapons and her spells. She does not have 100% magicka reduction, like destruction spell cost reduction, if you get my meaning. She doesn't need it. Let's just take her into combat and let's do a little field testing here. I'm kind of like I'm a little late today with the video because I was just having so much fun with her this morning, doing all kinds of crazy things. I think my horse is taking off to... Okay, let's take some vegetable soup. She has deflect arrows as well, you saw that? Shield bash. Shield charge. See that? No, well. And there's a dragon on the scene, wouldn't you know it? As you can see, my dual cast firebolt spell, that's all she needs, is staggering this guy. When you run out of magicka, just run up. And recover magicka. How, Slack? Because I have the absorbed magicka enchantment on my hot soul magic suck. And this needs recharging. I also have the black star. Where's that other guy? A little bit of shield charge there. And there's a dragon behind me. That's no problem. He got cooked up. And we got a little something for the dragon. And marked for death. There you go. She has 97.5 elemental protection. I'll show you all about that in the walkthrough. She can laugh off any dragon's breath. I hope this dragon lands again. Here we go. Okay. Check this out. Just laugh it off. Come on, bring it on. See that? See my health bar? See, it's barely moving. Took a hit there, but that's okay. Just recover our health, no problem. Everybody's in on the action here. This is insane. You seeing this, people? Yeah. This spider's getting. This is so funny. Did he survive? No, he got cooked up. Can handle anything the game throws at her. No problem. Even all at once. Come on, bring it on, dragon. We got a magic slack. That's okay. Let's just run up and... See my magic bar going up? I also have the respite perk and the restoration skill tree. So whenever I use the healing spell, it recovers my stamina. So if I want to run away, no problem. Just use the healing spell. What have we got over here? I hear something else over here. I intended to go into Fort Fellhammer, but this dragon is... okay, there's a frost troll over there. These frost trolls you can knock down with shield charge as well. What's the matter? Did somebody knock you down? Oh, there's a couple of frost trolls here. That's what I'm talking about. Next. Out of Magica, that's no problem. Let's go hit somebody. Got our Magica back. Okay, dragon. Bring it. You need to stagger dragons with your... See that? He's getting staggered. Down you go. Who's your daddy, dragon? That's right. Give me that dragon soul. That's some good dragon soul. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Next. Okay, Fort Fellhammer. Let me show you the voice of the Emperor in effect. This is a riot. Oh, you're hanging out in here. Did you take care of everybody in here? Okay. Oh, they all came out. Okay, let's go take care of the bandit chief. Okay, you're up against a high-level human enemy.
What was that?
What do you do? Well, you can go at him with a firebolt spell. By the way, the firebolt spell is the most magica efficient spell. One of the most magica efficient spells. So that's why I'm using it. You can get away with apprentice level destruction spells. I'll explain why during the walkthrough why this is the best choice. Okay? So you can stagger him. Now with human enemies, you have another option. When you run out of magica, you can just simply cast Voice of the Emperor. Calm. Whoops, oh, that's the wrong one. Alright, hang on. Hold up here. Voice of the Emperor. Okay, calm down, calm down. And you can just take your time. Heal up. Get ready again. And then, before you go into battle again, simply wait. 24, because he's calm. So he's not an enemy. And then go at it again. And bad bandit chief. Oops, I forgot to empty my soul gem. Uh-huh. Let's go down below. Oh, wait a minute. He's got the key. Okay, same deal here.
What was that?
Everybody follow me.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Ain't it a surprise?
Time to end this little game.
Let's get everybody crowded up here. Okay, and... calm! Everybody calm the fuck down. That's right.
Someone do something.
The best thing about this is when you calm other guys, when you attack one guy, they don't come out of their comp. They just stay like under the spell. So you can like take care of these guys one at a time. Down you go. And everybody's still calm, so we can wait 24.
You picked the bad
And
guy.
rinse and repeat. Feeling a little stressed out? Voice of the Emperor. Hey buddy. How you doing?
Yeah.
Everything good? Huh? Alright.
To just hand over the gold. But you listen. Oh no. Oh, it's never
Come on, give me your best shot. What difficulty level is this, Slack? Legendary. Hey? My girl here, Helena Burnbash, has massive blocking skills. Massive. Including shield charge. Bad bandit marauder. Bad. See, this is why I'm late with the video today. I was just having so much fun doing it, like doing all these cheap tricks with this build. Okay, let's take her into Draugr country to finish off this demonstration. Okay, did I run out of? Yeah, I ran out of vegetable soup. Okay, so let's just take a little more. Off with your head. All right, so. What have we done? We've done dragons, we've done trolls, we've done bandits, high-level bandits, frostbite spiders. Let's go see how she fares against Draugrs. Let's go to Raven Rock Mine in Solstheim. She can also fall great distances without hurting herself. Because of the cushioned perk in the heavy armor skill tree. Right, and she also has the conditioning perk. Heavy armor weighs nothing, that means she can run like really far. Doesn't use much stamina. Okay, Draugr country. Alright, you bag of bones, everybody wake up. There we go. Up we go. Okay, everybody start running. Run. Run. Wacky wacky. Run. I was hoping one of them made this switch. Works on pretty much everything except Death Lords. Total crowd control. Uh-huh. ran out of magicka, that's okay. Keep that weapon nice and charged. Who's next? See that she's pretty much a self-refueling light tank. With this collection of gear, the Black Star, the Absorb Magicka Mace, the Respite perk in the Restoration skill tree. There you go, healing spells restore stamina. She's self-refueling. Bad jogger weight. Bad. Can't touch this. So, there you go. There's a nice little tour of Helena Burnbash. This is kind of tricky, getting her up to level 42 with no smithing and no alchemy. That's what this walkthrough is going to be all about. I tried a few other things. I tried the Azadal Gauntlets of Warding, along with the Spellbreaker Shield, and the Ward Absorb perk. I thought this would work really well on dragons, but it barely absorbed any magicka at all. I was really disappointed with that, so I abandoned that idea. You may also notice I have the Ring of Arcana. I mean, I could build a kick-ass destruction mage like right now, but that would just render her whole melee warrior side completely moot, completely redundant. So I decided not to do that either. Because this, as many of you know, the Ring of Arcana is just the ignite spell. It's insane. It's insanely powerful. So that's why I have that gear there. Yeah, no, this is enough. All this gear here, this is enough, and I'll show you how to put all that together in the walkthrough. So yeah, this is Helena Burnbash. Self-refueling light tank, can handle anything the game throws at her. Okay, I want to leave now. We're gonna come back for you later.
Tired of bread and stew.
That's what I've been working on all week. Let's roll it back to level 1. My prototype here. Okay, so here we are at Helgen Keep. Level 1 Imperial. No perks. No skills leveled up. And this is where we're going to start the walkthrough. And let me just change your name using a console command. Elena Burn Bash. Okay, I'm assuming that you started out as an Imperial. It would help if you played as a female. You don't have to, but it would help because when we get a certain perk later on, we'll be doing 10% extra damage to members of the opposite sex, and bandits are mostly male in Skyrim. We're going to need, like, you know, pile up all the extra advantages that we can. Alright? So that's it. This is where we're going to start the walkthrough. We came into Helgen Keep with Hadvar as opposed to Ralof. Do that. And this is where we're going to start the walkthrough. We're going to create ourselves a Pure Imperial. As we work through the game, there's going to be a couple exceptions to the Pure Imperial skill rules of engagement. One is speech. Buying and selling stuff necessarily, unavoidably levels up speech. We're not going to be putting any perks in speech, but it's impossible to avoid leveling up speech. So that's going to happen as a result of a lot of buying and selling. I decided that anything that can be gained by winning a speech check is okay. So I'm permitting that. But we're not allowed to power level speech for the express purpose of power leveling speech. For example, do a whole bunch of speech checks just to get speech up. Okay? It has to be like, you know, through some kind of, like, I'll show you in the game what I consider okay and what I consider not okay. Right? Lock picking, same thing. We're going to be leveling up lock picking as we pick locks, but I am going to activate the Tower Stone, or like unlock the Tower Stone, so that any like difficult lock, I'll be using the Tower Stone, so that we won't be leveling up lock picking that much. But obviously no perks in that. What else? Along the way, we're going to be getting a book called The Last Scabbard of Akrish. And it's impossible to pick up the book without leveling up smithing. So you pick up the book, you level up smithing 1, and then you bring it to Gorza in Markarth, and she will level up smithing again and show you where all the orc strongholds are, or make you like friendly with the orcs. That's going to be key to this walkthrough. So we will be leveling up smithing to 17, but we won't be smithing any items at all. We won't be creating any weapons at all, any weapons or any armor. We're going to have to, as far as weapons and armor, we're going to have to find them or buy them. All right? Enchanting. The power enchanting machine. A lot of you hardcore slackers know about the power enchanting machine. You smith up, like, say 100 daggers, then you get the merchant perk in the speech skill tree. That allows you to sell any item to any merchant. Okay, so now we can sell weapons to the good folk at the College of Winterhold, who also sell soul gems. Using that, you can sell them enchanted weapons, buy a whole bunch of soul gems, enchant more weapons. So for example, smith up 100 daggers, take it to the College of Winterhold, enchant a bunch of daggers, sell those daggers to those guys, and then buy some more soul gems and rinse and repeat. And doing that, you can power level enchanting and make money doing it. That's what I call the power enchanting machine. But with this Pure Imperial run, we won't be able to do that because A, we won't be able to have the merchant perk in the speech skill tree, and B, we won't be able to smith weapons. but you can kind of create a weak power enchanting machine in the Windhelm market, and I'm going to show you how to do that. That's going to be a big source of our income later on. All right, so there's an overview of what's going to be happening with this Pure Imperial run. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a long run. It's going to involve a good amount of business, but some strange approaches to how to get through Skyrim. Some stuff that I had to kind of like really search around for to allow this girl to survive with these rigorous rules of engagement. So that is it. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, stuff like that there, and I'll see you next time when we start in Helgen Keep. This is once again just after escaping the dragon in Helgen, and you have a choice of going into Helgen Keep with either Ralof or Hadvar. Go with Hadvar. Alright? Where is he? He's the Imperial. Okay?
Got to be a sword or two
Had
in one of these chests.
Hadvar, yeah, go with him. Alright? That's it. See you next time. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes. Alright? Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.